everybody, and welcome to Robin's house. Today we're working on the terrific toadstools projects, the card making and the scrapbooking workshops. And I just wanted to go over some of the decorative elements that we do on these pages and how you might accomplish those. So one of the first ones is either a sponging or a rock and roll technique. So one of the easiest things you can do to add kind of a shadow and an element of interest is either the rock and roll technique or the shadowing technique. So the rock and roll technique is you take a lighter color. So in this case, it's like Sundance or a yellowish color. And we're doing that first. And then I'm going to go to a rosy or a pinkish or orangish color. I'm going to roll my wrist so just the edges of the image get inked on them. And when I stamp it, you can see that the inside image is orangish and the outside image is pinkish reddish. You can also accomplish that same look by stamping it in the yellow initially and then just taking the pinkish orangish color and sponging the edges with it. Now the nice thing is this method is very fast and very easy. It's also a little harder to aim, but also when you go to punch it out, you may lose a lot of that pinkness that you were hoping for. So that is one bad thing. You also could make it a little deeper when you first do it, but it also has a little bit of a pink shading there, which is kind of cute. So that's okay too. Then there is adding one of the techniques we do in the pages is to decorate your real red by adding some orange over the top of it so that it has like a two-color look. And so that is easy to do with your sponge and no real other way to do it other than to stamp your real red onto a yellower cardstock, which is going to look a little different, but that could be a way. And the third thing is adding some texture to your stamped elements. So like this one, I would take some, in this case, toffee, and I would just take my sponge and just add a little shadowing to the edges, just to make it appear a little bit more round and real. And that helps with things as well. And you would also do the same thing with your green apple or your granny apple green, whichever. Just taking your little hill there and adding a little bit of shadow around the edges really makes it pop when you add it to the page and makes it feel a little more hilly and a little more alive. So that is some tips to add a little bit of texture and zest to your stamped embellishments. Thank you so much for watching. Happy crafting.